Oh, that's easy. It's Toby, and he was a cat. Um, I would say probably the one that Anna is horrified at is Mr. No Emotion.
Mr. No Emotion was your childhood nickname? I should stop reacting.
Yeah, I was called that as a child.
By like young children, other children your age called you Mr. No Emotion?
By my parents and siblings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Of all time, I guess the Beatles. I'm not good at identifying favorites of anything, really.
Uh-oh, because we have a few more questions to that end.
I'll say it's between blue or green. I'll say blue, I guess. Ice cream.
All right.
That was easy. My drink of choice? Probably bourbon on the rocks. As Anna knows, I'm not a big fan of holidays, celebrating holidays, even as a little kid. I would say probably either Memorial Day or the 4th of July.
Okay.
If I had to pick one, I'll say 4th of July. Oh, the favorite meal she ever made. I really liked, it has to be a dessert. So for our anniversary of our first date, for the last 2 years, she's made mousse, chocolate mousse, and that's my favorite. I eat it, every day until it runs out, basically. And I can't think of a worst meal that she's ever made. Oh, one time she made poached eggs for breakfast, and they were a very strange consistency in the middle, and I already don't really. I've just started coming into liking poached eggs in the last few years, and I gagged and had to run away from the table, and have not eaten her poached eggs since then.
Okay.
There's so many to choose from. Probably the incessant noises that I make, grunting, sighing, exasperated sort of sounds of displeasure, saying and muttering things to myself when when I like something or don't like something. So yeah, the constant noises that I make that she has to live with forever now. So my biggest pet peeve about Anna is not closing things, not putting the caps on things, or closing things all the way.
Okay.
I'm fine with the spilling. I'm totally cool with that. That doesn't bother me. The leaving the caps off things is the thing that I think bugs me the most. So please put the caps on things. Thanks, honey. I don't know. I guess the president. That's kind of a lame answer. I'm sure if I could think longer, I would come up with somebody better. That's not particularly interesting. I'll just say Barack Obama. Writer for SNL. It's probably, I don't know if this is embarrassing, but 16, 17. It was Adam Tracy. He's also the best man at my wedding. So, yeah. Easy. It was at Rai Ken Ramen Bar on East 7th Street in the East Village, and it was in February of 2011. February 5th, 2011, I believe. Oh, she ordered 2 desserts, but that was obviously very endearing to me because it meant more dessert for me to share. I would choose the songwriting class. Anything would be better than consumer behavior. And has heard me complain about that, as well as most of the other courses in this MBA program for the last 2 years. So I doubt she would uh, think that I would re-enroll in any of those horrible classes.
Even if you had to write songs about your feelings?
I can write songs about my feelings.
Oh.
They just would be very coarse and sort of blunt interpretations of feelings, but they would be feelings nonetheless. It would be challenging.
All right.
I would prefer two, one of each. I could go as high as three. Talked about our first date and how delightful it was that Anna ordered 2 desserts. I know there was a joke about that, but pretty much from the first couple of months of our dating, there was a certain inevitability to our relationship that was really different than any of the other people that I had dated while I was in New York, and it was just by far the most interesting and intelligent and kind and loving person that I'd ever been with. So I don't know if there was any particular moment that clinched it for me, but I don't know. I just never really saw a future without her, especially after I think we traveled to San Francisco and then to Napa a few months after we had started dating. I think in June of the first year that we were dating, and we parted ways in the airport. And I just I don't know. I just never seemed like it was only a temporary. The distance was only going to be temporary, and that we would end up being together. Um, I said to myself while Anna had her back turned, she was looking at a flowering crabapple tree. I said, "Here we go, huh?" Giving myself a pump up speech, and then I got down on one knee, and her back was still to me, but she had heard me say something out loud, so she turned to see what it was, and I think the best I could manage at that point was something along the lines of, "I love you and want to spend my life with you. Will you marry me?" And for her part, Anna took a very long time to say yes, because she repeatedly just said, "What is happening? Oh my God, what's happening?" And the ground was a little damp, so my knee was getting wet while I was proposing. Um, I'm very much looking forward to our honeymoon that we just planned. But we talk about it pretty frequently. I'm also excited about starting a family. I don't think I've ever met anybody that is so naturally maternal as Anna. So I think she's going to be a great mom. I'm looking forward to getting that started in the near future.